Hey loves, I'm just popping on to do that new moon energy report. Basically, I'll be doing the collective as I always do, and then I'll break down the signs and get into them a bit more personally. So if you want to check out the whole reading, that's fine. The beginning will be for everybody that I have, that are energy wise that feel me and resonate with me. So this may not even be for you. So this might not be something you need to thumbs down, but it's not for you. So that's fine if it is. Love to hear back from you, feedback of any kind. If you find that you're resonating with it but need more clarity, you might need a Vedic reading so I can get that for you. We have specials going on in the shop all the time. Some big plans coming up for July, my birthday. So, Cancer, what up? I'm a Cancer in Western, Sun and Rising. But in Vedic astrology, which is where my heart is, I am a Gemini, and I totally resonate with that side of myself a bit more. But anyhow, this super new moon is all about Cancer. Where my Cancers at? Raise your hand. Where my Cancers at? Where, Sun, Moon, Rising, Pluto. I look at all four of those signs for my readings, particularly when I'm looking at other people's reports. I haven't really been looking at anybody's recently, but I'd love to catch up with everything if I could find the time. But anyhow, I do this in one take. I better not get long-winded. So, anyways, where my Cancer's at, how you feeling? Tired, fatigued, or are you feeling nurtured, fulfilled, and seeing your dreams come to life? What's going on with you? Because it's all about this energy that you carry, this ability to love and nurture others. But are you able to scale back and find the time to do it all and love yourself on top of it? Because you ultimately have created this too much, spread too thin. I've lost myself and all of these people, and this Neptune in retrograde is killing me. I've lost my dreams. I don't know what I believe in, what I want to dream in, what I want to do with myself. You are suffering a bit and finding yourself, and it's beautiful, but it's also really ugly on the outside because it's a lot of inner work that hasn't come through yet for others to see. So, anyways, we're all going through it. That's the collective energy, mixed with a bit of comfortable Taurus because I believe in Vedic astrology, Taurus is where the moon is right now. So, anyhow, super new moon in carrying Cancer, but do watch out for manipulation on your part and others. So, don't let others manipulate you into not scaling back and taking back your power when it comes to them taking advantage of you. But also, don't take advantage of others to get your way like a mother could do. So, don't smother, and don't let others take advantage of you, really. Are your motives pure behind the reason? Orbs, like, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, are your motive pure and intentional? Like, what are the intentions behind your actions? Do you really care about these people, or do you lack like the ability to let go and let them do for themselves? Like, you have to control everything. What are the intentions? So, is it soul driven, or is your ego or other things pulling the strings? People, and who's in control here? Are you, or are these emotions and other people? So be mindful of who and what you nurture right now with our energy. Make sure you also have time for recharging because, if mom's not happy, nobody's going to be happy. But you know what? At the end of the day, mom really only has herself to blame because she didn't schedule herself in. She creates the calendar, she creates the to do list, she makes the plans for everybody else, but she didn't make any time for herself. So you only have yourself to blame. You can be too loyal to others and the wrong people, especially. You could be, literally drained by others, and you're letting them do this right now in your life. Intuitively. That's the other thing about Cancer, all this intuition, it's heightened right now with this super new moon. We know, but we don't want to do. It's not even like we doubt anymore. We just are being lazy, apathetic, settling. You're tired. Yeah, we're all fucking tired, okay? Keep doing the work though. So, unless you take back your power, though, you cannot blame others for their actions against you, taking advantage of you. That's your fault at the end of the day. Ultimately, if you gave them that leeway, we need to set up boundaries, you know, create ish like trust in an environment that's safe for everybody to give and take and not be taken advantage of one way or another. So some people are givers, others are takers, and believe me, the takers aren't just going to stop. It's like a buffet. They're like, well, I'll just keep going back for more. There's no, I paid very little bit. I get all of this. That's a Cancer giving away everything. Stop that. The givers have to ultimately know when to settle. Um, to scale back, excuse me, and settle for letting go and moving on if that's what it has to be. And they're going to get more along the way for themselves and for other people, because when we can tell somebody to stop taking, we enable them to grow up and show up and do for themselves. So insecurities though might surface because of course, Cancer is really vulnerable, and they're tender on the inside, their emotions. So this could be coming up and surfacing for us as far as what is the insecurity, as far as where the insecurities are concerned. So you may feel less than, but this will be the driving force behind being more. So let these be an insecurities to be like fuel for more, and don't give up on yourself. And if you have a pessimistic. I don't really know how, I can't say some words. Anyways, if your outlook is negative, chances are that's what you're going to see in the future, regardless, because that's where your attention will be focused. If you can focus your attention on the positive now, you will see it in the future. You will see the solution. Soul, Soul. Spell it out with me. Solution. Find heart centered, authentic, truthful solutions, that are really what you need, not what you want. There's a difference. I've been telling clients this all week between our needs and our wants. Get it straight. What are your needs? What are your wants? What are your hopes, dreams, wishes, and everything else? You can have it all, but you got to get your needs in line first, because you can't get from A to D without going through a few steps first. Okay? So, anyways, those vision boards work. The law of attraction is just that. Where we focus our attention is what we will see and get and receive. So, focus your attention on better people, places, things, ideas, hopes, dreams, outcomes, and it'll come to fruition. Right now, with the new moon, is the great time that we have to plant these seeds of intention, and with you know Neptune in retrograde and the heightened energy of this new moon, the fertile grounds that we have to see, the dreams that we didn't realize, the mistakes that we made, is perfect for creating great seeds of intention right now. 3, 6, 9 months, years, weeks, days, whatever, months from now. Start a journal. Get it down on paper. Check it off as it comes and manifest. If you want to be a major manifester, start planning some shit out. Have a daily to-do list and start knocking some things out. I put stuff on my to-do list that I did that I didn't even put on my to-do list, because I want to know that I did that. It's an achievement. It's an accomplishment. Celebrate the successes in your life. That's a big one right now. Celebrate you, love you, nurture your hopes, dreams, and everything in between, because you have been letting yourself go. Um, Anyways, I'll be getting into all of the signs. New moons, as I said, it's a perfect time for setting intentions, for planting some seeds, the things we need, the things we want, and the things we wish for. But it requires patience to see these seeds grow. Before your eyes, you can see all of this happen if you would just stop giving up and moving on to the next thing, and then you miss that it did show up. Like, I didn't even want that anymore, because you're not even waiting around for this stuff. So give it some more love, give it some more care, and wait, give it some more patience. Um, it takes loyalty, routine, care, and this is all stuff that you need to do with yourself too. It's not just what you want to manifest in this world, it's stuff you need to be doing. Like, how you nurture yourself is how you would nurture your seeds of intention. I can see that about a person. So it takes stability, and it's really up to you how you tend to your manifesting garden, and play and create and plant these seeds of intention and do for yourself. Spirit's going to meet you somewhere in the middle, oftentimes way more on your side, helping you and pushing you. But we get lazy. It's the middle of it's summer. We're getting stubborn and unwilling to wait, and we're tired, and we're unwilling to work this hard much longer. Well, why give up now when it's just around the bend? So, anyways, if you want a better life, if you need more, want more, be more, do more, and see more. Quit looking at the negative, because that's low vibrational. That's not going to help you. That's not going to give you what you need anyhow. So you need to get busy co-creating with great spirit. Stop wishing and hoping and start actually doing. Stop daydreaming and start getting into action. You can dream all you want, but you really need to start doing at some point in time. So you might not be ready for these changes, but you're sure as hell not ready for what's coming. sitting on your ass doing nothing for yourself. So rely on yourself more, rely on your intuition more. You are stronger than you know, more deserving than you know. And it's just seriously, it's up to you by now. It's up to each and every one of us by now to do our best and come together and do this shit together. Okay? Can we all do that? If you do you, I'll do me, and we'll, like, I'm happy. So, anyways, be mindful of your attitude because it's you coming into the room and you don't realize how influential you are. And so when you're in a bad mood, others are too. So when mom's happy, everybody's happy. Be mindful of your work ethic and not others. Be mindful of your progress, not others. You're in this race alone, not against each other. Nurture and tend to your wounds. Work on your trust issues. Work on your jealousy, possessiveness, resistance to change. Stop focusing on others. It's time we really start doing for ourselves and take our attention off others because we were seemingly doing something for good. Because really, I'm going to be honest with you. If you got time to focus on someone else, you got time to focus on yourself because nobody is coming to me with no issues. I'm pulling out. I got issues of my own, and guess what? You know what? I am wasting some time on some people too, you know? So I need to spend more time on myself. You need to spend more time on yourself, and collectively we will all rise up. You know, we have to face our problems. We need to create more security. We need to take action. You know, we need to work on our foundation. It doesn't need to be given to us. We need to make plans. People don't need to set things up for us. We need to have goals. We need to celebrate our successes and, you know, journal, do these exercises. These things help you with making things happen for yourself. You know, you need to weed out the fakers in your life, the people and things and energy zappers that aren't rising and thriving with you. That stuff has got to go. If you want to get up here, you cannot be handling all of this down here. It's just not going to work out for the rest of your life. Stop fooling yourself. So anyways, you know, this new moon, we're working with our emotions, so it's crucial you find grounding and earthing techniques that work for you. Process this information. You know, if these readings resonate or not with you, that's whatever. But you know, I know who they do resonate with, and I'm happy to keep offering them. So if you need more clarity, one-on-one with me, if you know I'm in line with you, but you're not reading the right signs or something, I don't know. We can talk about your Vedic astrology and see if it is different than your Western. So we'll get into that privately. You can message me. So anyways, I did do all the signs, so we're going to get into those next. And we're only at 12 minutes, so I'm hoping you guys I can get it under 30 minutes. Like, wouldn't that be a dream? So I'm trying, you know, so that's all you can do. Keep trying. So, Aries, you guys are obviously up first because, you know, you're the starters, fire starters. And with that comes like you're an impatience, but you are creative, you are powerful, you are capable. And right now, what is being tested perhaps is your patience. You know, you need to have more patience with yourself, others, the process. You know, you don't get everything you want automatically just because you did this, this, and this. You got to keep in mind, other people have been working even harder than you. You don't even know the struggles some people are going through. So you need to understand it's just not your time yet, but don't lose your confidence. Don't lose your stride. Don't lose yourself and let go. You know, get back into your happy place because you're not even happy right now, I don't think, with your health, wellness. You're doing a lot and you think it's enough, but you need to have more patience with yourself and understand there's more work to be done because if you can't handle the extra work, the extra homework that you're being given, you can't handle what's coming then. You know, you're being prepared, not set back. Like if you feel like, like this is taking forever, oh my, whatever. No, you're being set up for something more, and you need to understand that. So if you want to be influential, you first have to be influenced. Go get inspired again. You know, you've lost so much of yourself in the last few years. I feel like you have to really understand that it's not right for you to go out into the world yet. You still need to finish doing some things. So, you know, it's you're not ripe enough yet. You need to go back in with inward and keep marinating those juices. You know, you need to further ripen and mature before you can really do more, serve more, be more. You got to do more and be more for yourself if you really want to give something tasty to the world, okay? So Taurus, you're up next, and it's your theme is judgment in a way. And it came up in the tarot because I do these readings a couple different ways, just symbolically, like symbolic. I'll just quickly look at some things or whatever, browse some things. It could be numbers, it could be anything. I never tell people how I exactly go about picking up on the energy. It's just whatever naturally comes to me because I really can't pinpoint it. I don't know what it is, what triggers it each time, each day, each month that I do these. But anyways, Taurus, judgment came up for you in two different decks modalities that I use to sort of derive some inspiration to pick up on the energy. So judgment came up. Judgment of thyself and others. You're being too hard on yourself. Subsequently, it's making you hard on others in the situation. You're not able to see clearly because you are in a position of judgment. You're judging yourself. You're the judge, juror, and victim here, and the the person on trial. You're all four of these roles, and it's way too much. You are maturing and need to just stop judging the process so much. You also need to work on how you look at others, perceive others, and yourself and the situation. You know, it's all about that mindset. It really, truly is. And if we can get that right, we can really push through a lot of situations that would be more tense effortlessly. So anyway, sure, you're about being loyal and generally easygoing, but it seems like, the more you go and grow, the more you criticize others for their path, their way about it. We're all going our own way, and you are too. And sometimes you're going the wrong way. And you know what? Spirit's going to pluck you out of that situation or put something in your awareness to make you understand that, like dangle it in your face. So let spirit be the divine judge. You can't control the journey others take. You need to worry about your own. And you cannot even really control that so much when you're not in your power. You're almost feeling like the victim here in a way. So you need to stop being so hard on yourself, feeling stuck. You have become the judge, jury, and victim, as I said, of your own injustices. So let go of any need to control. Surrender. Don't think things are all bad. You're being strengthened. You're being prepared. You're being tested. Do you have this faith that you convict and say to others? Are you that truthful? Are you that powerful? Are you that loyal to yourself? Because that's what this Cancer new moon is about, nurturing the self. We're worrying about everybody else but ourselves, and we're not even seeing our health deteriorate. All these things happen to us around us. So, anyways, you've been too hard on yourself and others. You're punishing yourself almost and others. So, learn from your successes as well as your failures and see how you can only rise from here. Continue to dream big and don't let others judge you because that's also what could be happening. So you're judging everybody else in your head. You maybe not be doing it out loud. And then you're wondering why everybody's judging you. But guess what? Their souls can feel it. Their spirit can feel it. You've got to really get that shit under control and stop being so hard on yourself and being a victim and just thrive and say, I'm a real powerful fucking bitch. I am going through so much, yet I persevere. Not, I'm going through so much. Why would I be given another bullshit problem? Say, I guess I'm just that fucking strong. There's so many ways you can spin it. Don't be so hard on yourself. So speaking of surrender, Gemini, you have made so much progress and, it's really spirit is about to step in and co-create even more with you and make more change for you, but you're afraid now, you're backing out now, you're not sure now. I don't know what's up now, but you need to surrender and know that you put these things into motion. They're already set into motion. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think you can turn around right now. So long as you surrender and go with the flow, because you would be going against the current to turn around now. And unless you're a salmon swimming upstream to, give birth to your dreams that way, then do it. But I'm going to say go with the flow. Okay. So stay true and do what is best. Do what you can handle. And then all the necessary shakeups and change ups, spirit is going to do with you if you're showing up. You can't back out now though. So it's like, wait, I'm here to party and you're here to like get afraid. So no, show up, own it, do this. Things have been set into motion. There's no stopping them now. You've been waiting for this. It's almost humorous. It's like you're like, oh shit, I didn't really think I could do that. I didn't expect this to happen. And you're like getting cold feet now. It's like your marriage with spirit is like you're not gonna show up to the altar? Like what the hell's going on? Anyways, you're ready for this. You're afraid of it, but I'm telling you, do it. So get into it. You've been waiting for this and it's finally time you go for it. But you you can't complain later wishing you did or didn't. That's the thing. You can back out and say, I'm not ready for this, not this lifetime. I didn't, I manifested that by default, which I seriously doubt that. I think you put some work into this. So it's like, own it, show up, own it, do this. I don't know, maybe you're feeling fake, maybe you're feeling vulnerable and exposed in that way, because again, we're all dealing with this Cancer energy of like weakness and exposure and lack of self-care, and now it's like we're on display and we're weak and vulnerable and we can't even show up for ourselves. So anyways, whatever it is, it's been activated, it's been started, it's initiated. You cannot turn back now. Turn back time. No, not happening. That song is not happening either. I don't even know why I try to sing sometimes. Oh, you guys, why do you watch me? I guess that's the most flattering part, that you guys actually do watch these, and I love you. So, anyways, Cancer, we're on to you, and this new moon is about you. But moons move every 2.5 days, so don't get twisted, sister. It's time for you to plant some seeds of intention and nurture yourself and everything. But really, you also need to cultivate a friendship with yourself and source energy. Work on those friendships and unions you already have. Harmony and happiness are certainly on the way and thriving within your life. The friendships, love, and authentic happiness that you have in your life, joy, all of that is on the horizon. As long as you keep, maintaining this ethic to yourself, and work ethic to yourself, not to others. You always work on everybody else, but it's time, you do for yourself, and really, your mom and everybody else to death. So mom yourself. Mom needs to mom her mom. Mom needs to mom. Hi, mom. So anyways, the people in your life now, after all the shit shows and storms and seasons, they're definitely there for a reason. So nurture those friendships, nurture your friendship with your inner child, with yourself, with great spirit. Love yourself, honor the people that are there for you. Truly thank them for being there for you. Also work on that inner friendship with, that dialogue, that conversation with yourself. Make sure it's good and healthy and happy about the progress you've made. Don't criticize yourself for your past. Don't feel ashamed of your past, because you should only feel like, wow, I did this, this, and this, and I can't believe I'm still here, or whatever, and I'm thriving, and I'm able to share this with other people and explain to them that you don't have to go this way or whatever. But you need to talk good to yourself. The inner dialogue's important. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of work that we got to do with all of our friendships, all of our unions, whether it's mental energy, just calling them. Friends have a love language too. And if you don't know your love language or their love language, friendships are hard. We know what it takes to sustain friendships. I'm not going to lie. I'm the worst at friendships because I'm friends with all of you and every one of you. And I really don't have any friends from childhood, too many. Shout out Heather. That's about it. But like even her, I don't keep in contact with. I'm just the worst at it, and I am a Cancer Western, so I know this is resonating with me a lot. But where you need to work on your unions as Cancers, okay? With yourself, with others, have respect, have boundaries. It's ultimately up to you, these relationships, because you're influential within them. You're the nurturer, you're the mother, you're sustaining it, and you need to let others come to their power as well, too, okay? So Leo, happiness. What is your idea of happiness? It seems you're in a transition or between two worlds once again. You're moving from one way of being happy to another, or you still don't know what makes you happy. But it's this void right now that you're swimming in, and you're not quite to the shores of this next location. You're not sure if you want to go back. But I'm going to tell you, again, that resistance will be behind you. So you don't want to go back. You do want to go forward. A sacrifice will have to be made in order to reach the shores of this new earth that you see for yourself, this new island that you see for yourself, this new life that you see for yourself. But it's like you will have to let the past or go, willingly or not. Spirit's going to step in one way or the other. So your happiness is up to you. Here or there, you create it. It's not even going to matter where you end up, backwards, forwards, on a boat, going somewhere else. I don't fucking know. But you ultimately create your happiness one way or the other. That's an inside job. So what do you want to be happy? What do you need to be happy? Do you even know these things? Connect with spirit this new moon to find out, or plant those seeds of intention and get in touch with your inner child and find out what is happiness to you. You really need to find that out. Or like with Cancer, what's your love language? What makes you feel loved, happy, supported, whatever it might be? So Virgo, the theme for you is freedom, and it's more or less this how can you create more of it, sustain it, and understand that you've been given it? Maybe you're not even aware that you are free of the past, free of the future, and in the moment you are pure and able to create anything you want and have any attachment to the past that you want, because you're purely in the moment. So your memories and childhood are being stirred up, the hopes, dreams, and ways you imagined it would be all coming up. I guess particularly with this Neptune in retrograde, you're having memories, visualizations, and like dreams and night stirrings of the past and what would have been, could have been, should have been, what your dreams used to be. Your freedom may have been, jeopardized due to childhood issues or trauma, and that's just stirring up now. But it always had to happen though to enable this sort of freedom. It was the catalyst for your absolute freedom. Whatever trauma it was, whatever serious heartache, sadness, whatever it is that happened in your childhood that almost took your freedom away, that made you so cold and hard or sad and depressed, whatever that was also led you to the tools to also become free. So you need to go back. Maybe I would suggest you go back and take your freedom back from powerless situations and understand that you've been given freedom, uh, like unimaginable freedom, because you know both sides of this hurt and love and pain and suffering, and you also know like the absolute truth of like spirit and source energy and purity about it. So anyways, you have to transmute the hurt and the pain and realize that it's in your power to be free again of it. And then because of that transition through the hurt and pain, you are absolutely free of future hurt, pain, sorrow. Not that you won't feel sadness or anything in the future, but you will be able to control how it affects you and brings you down or brings you up or just lets you feel and heal. It won't be your demise, okay? So you are free, truly knowing both love and pain. You are able to choose which you may feel. You have the power to vibrate at the frequency you choose because you know both. It takes both. High Priestess comes to mind there. So own it, girls and boys, whatever, own that duality of hurt, pain, love, joy, and don't become so hardened because you know it all. Libra comes up next, and it's the polar opposite. This doubt is coming up. You are creating more challenges for yourself with a lack of faith and belief in your abilities. You may be settling and putting yourself into, unsuccessful situations because you're not willing to do anything about it. You may be setting yourself up for failure because you aren't thinking differently about it, clearly about it. You aren't having solutions. You're victimizing yourself, and you just have doubt. Instead of doing, you're budding. You're like, but this, why this, whatever. You know what? Start doing and then worry about it later. You might be scared. Yes, you feel like you could use more time, but we all need more time. We all could have more time. And you Libras will never decide. So guess what? Giving you more time is not the solution. Okay? So you need to decide, how are you going to show up and do this or not, You will never know if you don't try, though. So just start doing. Worry about the hows and the buts and whys later. the idea of the sun and the summer solstice also came up. That bitch doesn't wait till it's told to rise. Like, it's waking me up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. It shows up and glows up and does what it needs to do and came here to do, regardless of what others think, regardless of its own fear and worry, regardless if it thinks it's too much. Show up and do and shine and be more authentic and in your power. If you're waiting for another sign or symbol or clue or nudge from spirit or source energy to, like, tell you it's time, I'm telling you, it's time. Do it. No more wasting your time. Stop doubting yourself and start doing, because you know who you're starting to doubt? Your intuition, spirit, source, your angels, guides. And you know what they're going to start doing? Doubting you if you're capable of it. And they're going to quit pushing you. And they're going to get tired of it. They're going to move on to somebody else. Do what you can now. Please, everybody, all of you, listen to me right now. Do something for yourself now and watch it unfold later. All of the karma come back to you. Do now and watch it happen later. You can't expect instantaneous results. You're not major manifestors like that yet. Manifesting like a good lunch is not a major manifestor. Manifest some serious shit, okay? Do some stuff with your life, okay? Stop doubting yourself. Now that brings us to the stuff love and the idea of love, and that's Scorpio. So, you earned this, Scorps. Scorpio, can we get that close, Scorps? Scorpios, no, though you did. This is love. This is love. You earned this. You did this. You deserve it too. The good, the bad, the ugly. Um, Love is all of it. It's not just bunnies and cute fuzzy stuff and love and all that good stuff. It's bad stuff too. It's the disagreeing, it's the growing, it's the arguments that push and pull us to expand and, evolve. So anyhow, it's worth it though. And it's hard work, but it pays off. Love always wins. And with the right effort and teamwork, it's totally achievable. So you've definitely you're able to celebrate your life, your love, your happiness. And love is just definitely in abundance right now for you. So celebrate the thriving unions and the ones that, drove you mad and made you a better lover. Celebrate all of the love in your life, all the different ways it's coming in, and celebrate your love of life, because you Scorpios really do love life. You're passionate, and others, what dulls you is others' lack of passion and conviction and ability to rise up. So you need to just realize you're of a different caliber and love life more. Love life so much that you trigger that same thing in them and in the others, that they are like, I guess it is more than this life, and there is more to this life, and I want to have what they have, because people want what you have. They want that smile, they want that happiness, they want the mystery too, but they don't realize what that entails. Let's be honest, you Scorpios are deep and dark, and that's passed down, and that's karmic, and that's a lot of ancestral DNA work that you're working through to cleanse and clear on your timeline and your birth. But anyhow, people don't realize that's also why you're heavily blessed and gifted in what you get and receive, because you're doing a lot of darker work for your families and ancestors' DNA. So anyhow, you Scorpios, just bask in that love, really enjoy that love, soak it up, enjoy it, give it, receive it, own it, okay? That takes us to Sagittarius and its trust issues with you. You need to work on your ability to trust others and be trusted by others by remaining in their lives long enough for them to trust you and say you're going to be committed to them. Your word is your wand, and you need to put more power behind it if you want to create magic. You have to trust yourself, spirit, and possibly others more, because sometimes magic is co-created with others, not just spirit. If you're looking for a professional magic to take off. So if you want to create something on a professional level, you may need others. If you want this success to happen, it seems like you might need others, and you need to rely on others. So you need to work on the trust issues that you have when it comes to working with others. If you're looking to create love or magic in your romantic life, you need to work on your trust and commitment issues with your lovers and partners, and allowing your barriers to drop and to be committed to them. And if you're looking to co-create with source energy, you need to trust and ultimately just believe and receive when it comes to to co-creating with source energy, because he doesn't want somebody that's not going to believe in him. Well, I say source energy is male, it's masculine in my opinion. But anyhow, that brings us to Capricorn. Forgiveness comes up. Forgiveness is big. It goes both ways. Holding grudges, needing to forgive others, needing to forgive yourself. So much comes up with forgiveness. So, anyways, you or someone else could have done the wrongdoing. That's not even the issue, but it's in the exchange of energy now that counts. That's the energy that's still stuck, not the wrongdoing. Are we holding a grudge? Are we able to move on? Are we mature enough to forgive? Are we mature enough to accept apologies? Are we mature enough to even give an apology? Whatever, are you able to forgive? Are you able to look past another's wrongdoing? Are you able to look past your own wrongdoings? Do you feel shame? Do you feel guilt? Can you forgive yourself? Are you attached to a feeling of hurt from the past that is owning you now, and that you can't identify with yourself not holding on to this pain? Is that why you won't let go? I don't know your real attachment to the hurt, or if it was you that did the wrongdoing and you can't move on from who you were that did the wrongdoing. We need to forgive ourselves, forgive others, apologize, accept apologies. All of it's coming up. It's up to you to give um, an apology, if it's up to you to give an apology or get one, or move away from someone you can't forgive, or someone that can't forgive you. That might have to go on. I don't know what's up here, but you need to forgive yourself enough, though, um, and get right with spirit at the end of the day to move on and truly just be right with yourself. If you can't get right with them, you need to just get right with yourself. And maybe they're not even alive anymore and you can't forgive them. I don't know what's going on, but you ultimately need to forgive yourself. Give yourself permission to have done wrong but moved on. So Aquarius, guilt comes up for you. Someone or even you is trying to guilt or shame you into thinking or feeling a certain way, or do something, or hold back from something, or whatever. But don't let their small mind or your small mind keep you from expanding or hold you back. Don't get in your own way. If it's your own limiting thoughts and beliefs, then you need to work through your self-worth and understand you have made amends with whoever you used to be or whoever you once were, and now you are allowed to thrive in this position of whoever you are now. If it's better and bolder and whatever else, and you don't feel deserving of it, you need to realize that you came from whatever, and now you need to own this. You're lucky. You're not lucky, you're deserving. You're definitely deserving. Great Spirit sees the divine in you. It sees you as your highest self. It doesn't judge you, and neither should you. Drop the guilt, let go of shame. Really, I don't know if it's a new role you're trying to take on and you feel like maybe it's like a new form of victimization guilt. Let it go. So, anyways, Pisces, acceptance comes up for you. And this acceptance is in what you're receiving, more or less, or what you have received. You need to understand that this is what you get because you wanted it at some point in time. So now you ordered it off the menu. They cooked it up for you. So you need to love and accept yourself more, what you ordered more, your greatness more, your intuition more, the seed you planted more. All of this, you ordered it. Appetizers, dinner, dessert, drinks, all of it. And you got it. So you either wanted it or someone pushed you into it. But anyways, don't be too hard on yourself. You deserve this also, like Aquarius. Or did you expect too much and not get what you wanted yet? Have more patience. If this isn't the case and you feel like you're not being accepted by others, like it's not you accepting your fate, accepting your new reality, the possibility of abundance, whatever it might be, or lack of. So if it's not that sort of acceptance, it might be like you're feeling rejected by others, and you need to just learn to accept yourself, because what you want is coming, and you will be accepted by those that need you, want you, and are for you. You're not for everybody. You need to understand your greatness and accept yourself, love yourself, be authentic, because that's what's really going to boost your confidence and and enable others to accept you. When you show others that you're deserving of self-love, they also want to know why you love yourself so much. What do you have that they don't have? It creates this inner confidence, and really, you don't need to worry about fitting in. Stand out, be the change, you know. You're here to create change in many ways instead of going with the flow. You need to sort of dream this unique dream for yourself and share it with others. People that want to vibe with you will recognize you. Raise yourself up and watch spirit ante up too. It's just don't play small anymore. Accept yourself. Others don't have to accept you. Get over that. Get over those that don't accept you anymore. It is what it is. Okay? So I had fun. Contact me if you need a personal reading. Bye.